took my medical training at Fort Sam. And after I did the medical part, they figured I was smart enough to become a food inspector. But I still don't know how I got in the medical corps. No prior experience. I think what they did after basic training, they took everybody's name, put them in a bucket, threw the bucket up in the air, and whatever.
Send me a pot of rice.
That's the military.
The Army, and I was lucky enough to be in the Army side, so I feel like I was better off than the ones in the Marines.
I believe that was the only time they actually drafted into the Marine Corps.
Well, I spent most of my time on islands, Okinawa for 18 months, back to Mid Hill Farm Station right outside of D.C., which was a showcase of the Army securities. Any congressman wanted to see what the agency did, they came out there, so I didn't want to stick around there very long, so I got levied to Shimmy, Alaska, on an Air Force base, Army on an Air Force base. I will say, they had a lot better food when I got up there than the Army did. But then they started about halfway through, they started getting bills the same way the Army did, and food went downhill very fast.
I was on a repair ship right before I got out of the USS Baltic. They called it Building 5 back in the day. I was on it because it never left here. Well, I heard after I got out, a friend of mine was telling me that they sent it in the shipyard, sort of refurbished it. It still had wooden decks from World War II. It started out as a cruise ship, but anyhow, they redid the thing, and it was my understanding was it was the first ship to go on a cruise with women on the ship, and so my understanding was that part of it became the Love Boat by the time I got back.
I was blessed, I was never shot at. I fielded for 3 years, trained in the
I don't have any more stuff. But I will tell you, when you talk about food, I did 26 years in food service arena. And yes, the Navy and the Air Force, are better than the Army. And the reason being is the Navy and the Air Force, all their meats are all small packaged meats. In the Army, we got the cow. We had to cut our own and do whatever. There was a big difference in the quality of food.
The friends that I met when I first came in the Air Force are the friends that I just met with recently. We had a gathering of Air Force nurses, and we were all marveling that we have maintained our friendship over the 50-odd years, and that's been a real blessing, and I'm so glad I made that decision.
When I went to San Antonio, Texas for my physical to join the Navy, the doctor came out and said, "You failed the eye test, so you're 4F." And I said, "But I want to go to the Navy." He said, "Okay, you pass."
One of the stories I have to tell was the most time I stayed at sea is 98 days at sea. So there's so much stories about sea time and everything, and I paid for the price. One way, and in the Philippines, we were in the emergency line, I never had to go. And I ended up in Puerto Rico and in Diego Garcia. Tell them what happened or something. Well, we sat down at our first night of supper, and a young man came up and served us, and I asked where he was from, and he said he was from the Philippines. And I said, "Oh, really? Where at?" And he said, "Subic Bay." And I said, "See, I was at Subic Bay." He said, "What years?" I said, "Well, 73, 74. He says, "I'm looking for my father." My mother said he was Navy. So he said, he's calling me daddy, and I'm calling him son.
Thank you.